Welcome everybody. Welcome to Maniac Sports Monday Madness, man. Welcome all you Lions fans and congratulations for winning your first playoff game in 30 years. Gee, man, it's hard to believe it's been that long, over 30 years since we had Barry Sanders and uh, and the run and shoot, and the Lions go ahead and just go ahead and win a playoff game, but this, I don't know. I think this was actually in a lot of ways better because it was a against a quarterback that knew us, that knew how to play the Lions. You know, I think that the Lions spoke loudly. They didn't stop. I mean, and they did what it took to win the game. They did what it took. They never lost the lead of the game. This was against a red hot uh, Matthew Stafford and company, a red hot team that went ahead and actually knows how to play this team. Actually, you had Aaron Donald. Uh, hey, how's it going? How's it going? What's up? What's up? Thank you, Mace. Thank you. Yep, this is the victory goal line, 100%. Hell yeah, that's for sure. Goal line, man. It's long deserving. I didn't cry. I know there was a lot of people in the stands that cried. I was just so proud of what this team did, what they did on the field. Um, that they didn't blow it, you know. But let's don't make it it. It can't end here. That's the thing. It can't end here. They gotta. How's it going? How's it going, Detroit fan, man? How's it going, man? Victory Monday feels good, doesn't it? Feels good. Jared Goff in his first playoff game did one thing that Matthew Stafford could not do. Did not do. And that's when, and this is one of the things that's not a knock. Believe me, I said that, but it's not a knock on Stafford. I mean, it is celebrating this great uh, feeling of enjoyment, this feeling of accomplishment, going in there, you know, and yeah, the offense faltered a bit in in the second half. I mean, we went ahead and all we did was score touchdowns in the first half, but in the second half, we just faltered. But shoot, the defense came alive and they stopped them several times uh, within that in the red zone, and that speaks volumes for this defense. It's and there was not enough. Uh, the defense didn't allow enough big plays to Matthew Stafford and the Rams, Cooper Cup, Nakua. Uh, you know, there was, we they stopped them enough for us to beat them. I mean, this defense is going. Dan Campbell is not psyched out by by McVay. You know, the look on McVay's face when he realized he was going to be the first one to lose to the Detroit Lions. you know, in 30 years was priceless. Was priceless. It was. It was. I mean, it's uh, definitely got to give uh, some balls up, some I don't know if that's it's some Maniac Awards and um, Montgomery, he ran like a beast for a while there. Got the Lions' first touchdown. Uh, definitely, definitely want to recognize him. Definitely want to recognize Sam Laporte for playing her and still getting catches, still being a valid player, a asset. Uh, want to Jameer Gibbs. Want to recognize him. He came through. He came through big. Uh, too. He got this line second touchdown. Got to definitely look at St. Brown. You know, I mean, what he did, and and these ones were not basically ran one. These touchdowns were not trick plays. They were not. You know, this was touchdowns that were scored, that was earned, that was made, and it was just great. I mean, you got to see. Uh, you know, you can't say the Lions by any means own the Rams. No, but they were as good as what the Rams were, and just a little bit better, better enough to beat them. So you know, and so many people, so many people just thought the Rams were going to go in and take it to the Lions and win and destroy the Lions, but that didn't happen. That did not happen. The Rams went in, they gave it all they could, but they came up with the L, and the Lions came up with the W. Our players stepped up. Our defensive players stepped up big time, big time. Our offense stepped up big time. We sure did. We just came in. We showed them that the Lions are relevant. You know, all these ESPN people, all these different sports network people that wanted to see this matchup, that wanted to see Stafford come back and beat his former team, kind of got an egg in their face. They did. They got egg in their face. They didn't think the Lions could go ahead and beat Green Bay last year. They didn't think that. You know, the Lions are so short a lot. But you know what? The Lions once again proved that they are a team to be reckoned with. They are a team that can take it to the next level. Now, the job ain't done yet. One more home game at Ford Field could end up being two more home games at Ford Field, depending on what the Packers do and the Lions do next week. Because if the Packers were to go ahead and beat the 49ers and the Lions beat either the Eagles or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers next week, whoever the Lions play, then that would make a NFC Championship home game for the Lions if those two teams happen. So I mean, this could get real and real interesting. Shoot, what the hell? You know, I really, yeah, I gotta give my accolades to the Packers. Jordan Love got that team. Got that team just working working well. Am I gonna say the Packers don't scare me? Hell, what they did to the Lions on Thanksgiving Day, yeah, they scared the hell out of me. But you know what? Lions could do some things and make some adjustments, and uh, could go ahead and find a way to beat the Packers too. But first, we gotta get past the winner of tonight's game in the in the last wild card game for the NFC, which would be the Eagles that face the Eagles face Tampa Bay. So we got so next up, Eagles or Tampa Bay. Lions need to go ahead and knock that off the list. Not only winning a wild card round in a divisional champion, you know, they just gotta keep setting records. That's what they gotta do. They gotta keep setting records. You know, changing things for them, changing things for people, uh, growing, winning. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I want to see the Lions just go all the way. I want to see them go to Super Bowl. I know every Lions fan wants to see them go to Super Bowl. I want them to go this year. I want to see that. I'm not saying the Lions are going to, but you know what? It's possible if they keep winning. If they keep winning, you know, uh, we get to see what's going on. You know, uh, they just gotta keep on taking that ball down the field, keep scoring. Hopefully hopefully they can become a team that will. What we've seen in the first half, hopefully we'll be able to see that all game next week. You know, next week, hopefully we'll see that the whole game next week will be them just march y'all down for a touchdown. And plus, you had a field goal. We the Lions had a field goal that was over 50. That was 53 yards. So good job to the field goal kicker. His first one over 50 yards this year. Awesome. I mean, eventually, I would like to see them get a more consistent field goal kicker than what we got right now. But that's for another year, another another season. Right now, we got to do with what we got. And something looks good. Anzalone went ahead and you know, basically hurt himself trying to keep somebody out of the end zone. I mean, the Lions have put their selves on the line, their body on, and every football player, you know. But the Lions were going hard for this. This team is about winning. This team is about standing up, being counted, saying that I matter. Because yes, the Lions matter. You know, I'm just thinking if the Lions can ever get the defensive, you know, in this year's draft, I hope they can get some defensive players, some defensive help, especially at that secondary. You know, uh, another great pass rusher would be nice too. Uh, Fortify that defense up in next year's draft so that uh, we can stop people more regularly. But right now, the defense did stand up enough to win the ball game. So yeah, this is Maniac Sports Monday. Monday. Uh, Definitely, this is a Lions show. Uh, Today, it is about celebrating the Lions, about celebrating their victory. But this is also Tim's Maniac Sports, so other topics are open too. Other topics are definitely open. But we will go ahead and just lightly touch on some of the other, some of the other games that happened this week. But some of the other who was the officials Maniac MVP last night's game? Uh, okay. Oh God, the official MVP. I I'll tell you what. This is a hard decision, but I need to give it to St. Brown. The only reason I'm giving it to St. Brown because I mean, yeah, Gibbs and also the Montgomery. I got Montgomery. Montgomery would be a great second, but it just looked like at the reason I'm giving it to St. Brown. It looked like at the time when the tide could be changing, St. Brown stepped up and kept the drive going, got us that crucial first down. You know, got us into that touchdown range. So that's why I'm giving. Well, I'll tell you what. Montgomery, you know, comes in there, and also, I mean, you got to go ahead and you gotta give this mention to Jared Goff too because he had no interceptions. Um, had one that could have looked like a fumble, but he was, you know, they recovered themselves. There was no turnovers. Uh, that offensive line, they controlled Aaron Donald. The offensive line coach, man, for like, yeah, Ben Johnson's play calling, it was just awesome. But, you know, to me, the most valuable player and somebody that has been a hard worker and somebody that's been, around as long as Dan Campbell has been with his franchise is definitely St. Brown. And, and like I said, the reasons is that it looked like when the game could have been turning around, St. Brown, of course, Goff was the one that delivered the pass, but St. Brown, I mean, that catch that and I know you know the catch that I'm talking about, where he was covered and he just grabbed that ball and just, this is mine. This is mine. You're not, and then he ran enough to go ahead and get that first down. Because I thought that if we wouldn't have got that first down there, that could have been the difference in the game. I mean, it's just, it's, yeah. But, there was, now, how about you? Who do you think would be your MVP of the game? I mean, that's, St. Brown gets it, but it's so hard just to give it to St. Brown because, he's, like I said, Gibbs or not Gibbs, Montgomery. I mean, there was a time where it looked like, Montgomery went ahead and picked up that first down too. When we really needed it. You know, at the end of the ball game. So that was, it's just and shoot. I mean, offensive line, they kept Aaron Donald out. You know, the Rams defense was not able to disrupt as much as they could and disrupt Goff. So that offensive line just Penei Sewell, man, Penei Sewell, he's a beast. He, you got to mention on how he went ahead and yeah, he didn't do it alone. The scheming that they did by 2 or 3 guys, making sure that Aaron Donald did not get inside to sack Goff. Of course, Goff, the Rams went ahead and made adjustments and found ways to disrupt Goff, but still not enough to sway the game to turnover, sway the turnovers. Change the ball game is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, and you got to give hats off to Aaron Glenn, who with what he's done, with I think I think he went ahead and his defense did well enough to put enough pressure on Stafford. I mean, sure, we didn't see the true, a lot of true sacks and all that stuff. We didn't see the interceptions and stuff like that, but we did. We did see pressure getting on Stafford. Hey, how's it going, Grandizer 12? Yeah, it's early morning. God. And then that was an awful roar. I guess I can. But yeah, early morning growling with Tim. Maniac Sports streaming around the world, one pride. Yeah, it is definitely Victory Monday. Oh, hell yeah. Excuse the language. But yeah, definitely love those lines. Definitely Victory Monday. And I just hope it's not the only Victory Monday we have in these playoffs. 2 more Victory Mondays, and shoot, the Lions can be. If you get 2 more Victory Mondays, the Lions will be in the Super Bowl this year. But yeah, all aboard the hype train. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. For sure, for sure. Yep, Lions will be hosting a second playoff game for Detroit. That will be great. And it will either be the Eagles or the it'll either be the Eagles or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We'll get to see who will win. Both these teams have had struggles this season, but one of those teams will be coming to Ford Field next week, either the Eagles or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah. And yeah, that's enough. Be bold, be mighty. Force will come to your aid. Jonathan Wolfgang Bond. Go got the one pride. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm Rod St. Brown, the Sun God. Heck yeah. And I'll tell you what, he was shining yesterday. Oh gosh. And I like how greedy he got with that ball when he made sure that he grabbed that ball and he just snatched that ball. That was his ball. No one, no ifs, ands, or buts. That's my ball, and I'm going to get that first down. What brings out the maniac in you? A Lions victory over the Rams. It's a Lions victory in the playoffs. Yeah, definitely brings out the maniac in me. Tim Maniac Sports Lions coach, player, hero of the week. Okay, hero of the week. I already said. Okay, hero of the week. I'm going with Armand St. Brown because I thought that if and there's a lot to pick from. There's a lot to pick from. But the reason I'm giving it to St. Brown, as far as for the MVP one, is that when the tide could have turned, when when we needed that first down to keep going, and I'm not talking about at the end of the game. I'm talking about when still in the first half, St. Brown came up with that grab where where he kept that first down going, and we so that was one there was a couple of straight plays where when you needed him, he really showed up. He really balled out. He just and that I mean I'll tell you, um, it was a hard goal because you had David Montgomery who went ahead and just I mean he obviously got the first down that we needed, or got the first touchdown that we needed, got the first down that we needed to go ahead and put the ball game over. First touchdown. So David Montgomery, that offensive line, I mean, you look at what Ben Johnson did, uh, as far as especially in the first half. Dan Campbell, for coaches, Dan Campbell did not do any real bonehead calls that made you scratch your head or anything. Uh, but I gotta give Aaron Glenn for my coach of the year or coach of the week because I'll tell you he was able to keep he was able to and with of course the defense when the Rams got in that red zone, they were able to keep the Rams out of the end zone like 3 times. So my coach of the week is going to be Aaron Glenn. I mean, yes, you got to say things for what Ben Johnson did and stuff like that, but to keep Matthew Stafford, Cooper Cup, Nakua out of that end zone, it it just really took it forward down the field. A charging team that will not yield, and when the blue and silver wave, stand and cheer, rah rah, stand and cheer the brave, rah rah rah, go hard, win the game. With honor, you will keep your fame down the field and gain a Lions victory. Go Lions! Okay. I felt great disturbance in the force as millions of Rams fans' voices suddenly cried out in terror were suddenly silenced. I feared something terrible had happened. Oh gosh. Oh man, this all right. So uh okay, one okay, the bomb of the week needs to be when uh whoever let Nokia go ahead and actually get that long touchdown catch for the yeah, I mean that's just yeah. But I as far as for coaching, I really can't give a bum. I mean, unless you give it to uh um let's say I don't know. But I mean it's but as far as for if I go by bum of the week, I need to be that defensive play where they let yeah, where nobody was guarding the crew and he went down the field and just scored that touchdown. That was him. I hated that low tackle on the Rams tight end. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, and that might, who knows, the NFL could look at it uh, and maybe take that out of the. But yeah, those low tackles are always season-ending high beats. Tore his ACL. That happens to the Dolphins tight end in the 2014. Yeah, I understand. That's okay. He was he was a good tight end. Played again. Wow. Yeah. So I guess that would be kind of your bum of the week there, where with that, even though it stopped him from getting that further. Uh, but yeah, maybe I don't know. Will the will the NFL look at that and maybe take that out of the game? That's one thing to be considered because, but of course you got low hits, high hits. You know, but I can definitely, and I mean, it, he landed on his head, and I was worried about a concussion too, because if you looked at where you hit that, where he took him out, he flipped over, he landed on his head. Uh, I thought those were always penalties. Now it's an unwritten rule amongst the players. Don't go low like that, or you will be labeled a dirty player. We could have seen a really bad injury there. True. And it's I think what it's going to do is going to have the now it's going to have the referees looking out for more in the future games too. When that so I'm thinking that could, but I can understand that. Well, maybe they got to make an extra rule to take that one out. I understand the unwritten rules and stuff like that. It is, it's is a dirty play. It's something something that can injure somebody like that. It's just, yeah, you gotta not practice it. You gotta do your do your best to avoid that type of tackle. Uh, you know, because like you say, season season or even career ending injuries. Having a tackle like that is not worth it. It's not worth it. Uh, getting a you know getting a concussion, a torn ACL. Uh, no, I mean it's really bad injury. I mean, a really bad injury live well on live on TV. Like leg snaps, yep. ACL tears is bad enough, but to see one break live TV, it's horrible. Oh yeah, it is. It is to see what. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and especially if it's like a compound fracture, and when things like that can be avoided, it's and football is a dangerous enough sport anyway. But then to add that, I'm not going. And as you noticed, I didn't make him the player of the week either because I mean that just no, you can't do that. You can't. You gotta watch out for your fellow players, and you can't be that dirty players. There was no call for it. But we'll get to see. I haven't heard of any fines coming. I mean, that's one that's one thing that uh, the uh, NFL could do would be to fine him, even you know, and if I mean, I know they brought it up. They didn't bring up the fine. I remember they brought up on how those low plays are usually, you usually do get flagged for 'em. So we'll get to see what the NFL, if they look at it and if they find the player, I'm okay with that. Congrats on your victory. I thought the refs either called too many calls. If you're going to call them, be consistent. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. They, yeah, they ended up seeming to lighten up on some of your pass interference penalties, and to me, I thought that was a good thing. Not only it's just that when you do them as judgment calls and you make mistakes in the wrong way, it can cost one or I know non-calls can cost games too, but it different can cost you games if you but yeah, I see what you're saying. They do need to be consistent with their calls because you need to know how to the team needs to know how to defend. If you're gonna call it tight, you call it tight all the time. Uh, I do think that the Lions did speak volumes to actually still win the game, even after it looked like at the end of that, Lions were called for the oh false start where it should have been a actually a offsides or encroachment, but that still the Lions were still able to go ahead and win the ball game. So there's been just so many game-changing mistakes is what I really don't like. So, um, but yeah, I do think that they kind of let up on some of the calls they were calling earlier. Uh, but sometimes when you get towards the end of the game, uh, they will they will loosen up. Uh, so So I hope everybody's doing good. We are having a snowstorm here right now, basically lake effect. Because of that, I am going to cut the show a little bit shorter than what I would normally have. So I got pretty much like 5 minutes left that I can do in the show. Then I gotta, just because of the way the snowstorm is going, I do gotta get some other stuff done. But yeah, and thank you for congratulations on the win. I do appreciate that. You know, I'll tell you what, if I'm looking at who do I not want to play in these playoffs, in the next round, I definitely want to play. I don't know how the Lions would do against Philadelphia, even though you do have Matt Patricia, who is the defensive coordinator now, and Philadelphia's defense seems to be real bad right now. Yeah, the league didn't find the player, DJ Warrior safety, who put that hit on the Dolphins. Tight end Dolphins Kelly was torn his Achilles and MCL and PCL. The wow, dislocating his knee, man. And it became a hope. If you are a Dolphin fan, you don't like it. If you are a Texans fan, unless you actually play the game at any level, their opinion is legit. True. Yeah. You don't know, I mean, people who's never plays a game, they really don't know how that feels. And, I mean, yeah, we can go ahead, all we got to do is worry about the loss of the game, the loss of the player, and stuff like that. We don't need to go through the pain that they go through, the agony uh, in putting forth, and it, if living through the rehabilitation, the healing process, and all that other stuff, and then to never play a game, we don't know. So we don't know how it feels out there. So you do got that's definitely a valid argument, definitely a valid point. If we know the athlete, you cannot know exactly. Sorry, I meant to say Texan fans defended the dirty hit, unless one actually played. They know you don't go low like that. That is going for one's career. Yeah. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, that's uh you may like it, but I mean, I'm sure the Texan fans would have felt a hell of a lot different if it would have been if the shoe would have been on the other foot, if they would have lost one of their players, one of their star players like that. It's but hey, Kevin, yeah, yep, Lions with another win, definitely. Yeah, Lions with another win. That's for sure. Uh wow. But you guys did I do want to wish you guys everybody a great day. let's go Lions, celebrating the victory. There's some stuff I need to get done more before work because of the way it's snowing out and stuff like that. So I am going to need to get going, but thank you guys very much. I know if it brings, I know bring this up on a more active lines form, the fans will defend that player, which they shouldn't. You just don't do that. Snow, show us snow. Okay, 1 sec here. Let me see if I can get my camera. Okay. I just hope I don't lose my camera. Just 1 sec. Because I'm not by a. Okay. There's the snow. But, all right. So there's the snow. And saying that, I gotta go. I got a plow guy. We're getting the things plowed, and yeah, that's going to need to come later. I can't give you a tour of the house right now. But yeah, and saying that, I gotta get going. Thank you very much. You guys take care. Who knows? I might be on again later on tonight, or after I get home from work. I'll try. But I got to run. You're welcome, Grandizer 12. You're welcome. All right. Time to go. Bye. Everybody have a great day.